Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I came in today to do a review of Basketball Wives LA. Y'all, can I just say, oh my God, oh my God. Let me just get started, but these women, let me just get started. So, the show starts off with the announcement that Evelyn is back. She is doing the real. And Shawnee stops by the set to come and welcome her back to, the LA area. They get on the subject of Tammy and the whole thing with Evelyn messing around with Kenny. Now, Evelyn in this scene is trying to basically say, yes, I messed around with him, but at the time, I didn't know that him and Tammy, I guess, were still married. It's like this girl wants to clear her name. Now, I'm going to say from the outset, this happened, what, about 20 years ago? Now, I understand, that Tammy is upset, but she seems more upset at Evelyn than she does her husband. But I'm going to talk about that um, more in a little bit. The next scene we see is Jackie, and she's looking for a new house. Because she's moving to a different area. She wants a house that's big enough for her pregnant daughter, Chantel, to live in once she has the baby, because Chantel's guy plays basketball overseas and she just wants her daughter to be nearer to her. Now, they get on the whole thing of Evelyn donating to Jackie's daughter's GoFundMe. Now, Jackie had a daughter that put up a GoFundMe asking for help after her son was burned at daycare. I'm sorry. I actually did a video on that and talked about that whole thing. Basically, the daughter put up a GoFundMe, you know, stating that her son was burned and she needed help for living expenses, that she didn't, have the money to make it. Um, when the GoFundMe was up, Evelyn, along with a couple other celebrities that are in the basketball world, um, put money in her GoFundMe. Now, my feeling is this. I think that the only reason why Evelyn probably did it is because she is in the basketball world, and I actually believe that she did it from the kindness of her heart. Now, let me just say also, in the past, I was not an Evelyn fan. I started out liking her, but those basketball wife shows had gotten kind of out of hand. So when it did, I stopped liking Evelyn. But in this instance, I don't think that there was a malicious, intention by Evelyn donating to this girl's GoFundMe. I think she did it from the kindness of her heart. But, that's going to be a bone of contention later on as well. Y'all, what I must say, just watching this show, is first of all, these women are too old for this. When you have kids that are adults yourself and you're still getting into out and out fist fights, knock down, drag out, pull your wig off, getting all out of character fights, that shit is ridiculous. Now, I could see if these were women that were in their early 20s, but let's face it, one of these women is a damn grandmother. They are my fucking age. And I'm just going to tell y'all, when you get to this age, you should be able to sit down with another woman and have a fucking conversation without knocking each other down, pulling each other wigs, and all this. Well, let me just continue, y'all. So the next scene is with Shawnee and Tammy. And Shawnee wants to sit down and tell Tammy that Evelyn's back in town and that Shawnee is going to be having this birthday party, and she invited Evelyn to it. Now, immediately, Tammy gets an attitude. She says that Evelyn went around on, different talk circuits and talked about her. Now, honestly, y'all, here again, I am not an Evelyn fan. But what I remember Evelyn saying distinctly is that she didn't want to talk negatively about Tammy, but she had no contact with her. They weren't friends, and she really didn't want to be friends with her. I remember her saying that. I do not see anything wrong with that. Basically, she started the interview by saying she didn't want to talk negatively. However, the person asked her, but are you guys friends after everything? And she said no. I don't want to be around her. I don't want to have anything to do with her. Basically, she said something like, that's not the type of friends that I want. Other than that, I don't remember her like getting on an interview and just going in on Tammy. It wasn't like that. Most of the times, it was the interviewer asking her about their relationship. And that's what I remember. So Shawnee is sitting down. You could tell Tammy is not feeling it. She doesn't want, you know, I guess Evelyn to be there, or either she has this bone to pick with Evelyn. Honestly, y'all, like I said, when you are in your late 40s, damn near 50, this shit is ridiculous. To see Tammy sitting up here, you know, just making this mountain out of a molehill that happened 20 years ago. To be honest, y'all, basically, Tammy should have all this anger for her husband, because whether Evelyn knew that, Kenny was married or not, Kenny knew that he was married. Okay? Kenny knew that he was married. Why is it the responsibility? And I am in no way kind of trying to defend Evelyn, but let's just separate it here. Why is it Evelyn's responsibility to remember that Kenny was married? I mean, come on, y'all. Let's be real here. You know? Who knows what he told her? Who knows if he said, well, yeah, we're married, but we're separated now. We're headed for divorce. Who knows what he told her? My God, Tammy. Good God, grow up. Well, anyway, so the next scene that I remember, and this may not be in order, y'all, because these bitches aggravated me. But the next scene I remember is Tammy and Jackie sitting down. Now they're both commiserating over, the issues that they each have with Evelyn. So let's get to it. So Jackie's issue is that Evelyn donated to a GoFundMe that Jackie's daughter had put up. I mean, really, come on now. And then Tammy's issue is that Evelyn slept with her soon to be ex husband 20 years ago. Now, it's just, y'all, it's so stupid. You can tell right off that this is manufactured drama. Manufactured drama. I remember these two broads going to get breast exams together. What the fuck happened? Did Tammy lay down and fall asleep and wake up and just said, oh, okay, I got to revisit that whole issue with Evelyn sleeping with my husband, because now we're about to be back on the show and I need a storyline. Y'all, I hope this is not what this is. That they're just doing all this for, a fucking storyline. This is what makes us sick and tired of these reality shows after a time. Let them get back on the show and let the drama be real. Let it be something that actually happened on this show, not something that happened years ago. Now, I could see when they very first met, and you know, it the whole thing came up with Evelyn, sleeping with Kenny. Back then, it would have been shocking. I can understand Tammy being upset back then. It was a shock that this girl that she had been hanging around for, months, it came out that the girl slept with her husband in the past. Now, back then, I can understand Tammy being shocked and upset, but not now. Not now. They hashed all this out. What is VH1 doing? What is Shawnee doing, y'all? This is stupid. It's stupid. But they want to go in with some type of you know drama to draw us back in. Actually, they didn't have to do that. So basically, Shawnee asked Tammy, "Can you go to this party and behave yourself?" In other words, and maybe y'all sit down and work this out. Now, Tammy gives her a half-ass, I guess. So we see that this is not something that is she's let go in her heart. I think when Evelyn called her a non-motherfucking factor, that scraped Tammy's soul. The bitch that had slept with her husband, either way it went, now calling her a non-motherfucking factor. I think that fucked with her in some kind of way. And also, I think that Tammy may be a little jealous um of Evelyn. Evelyn is a beautiful girl. And Evelyn went on and found her own way. And for what we all know, after Kenny and Tammy broke up, Tammy told us that she had had a hard time, that for a time that she had to raise her kids on welfare because Kenny wasn't doing what he was supposed to do with child support and stuff. So Tammy had it bad. So I think in some respects it might be a bit of jealousy on Tammy's part, but we'll get to that again later. Now, the next person that Shawnee sits down with is Kiana. And I'm not a big basketball fan, y'all, so I had to take notes on who was married to who because I don't know all this stuff. I just watch the shows and just go along with what's going on with the show. But this next girl, Kiana, she's married to, is his name Nick Young? Well, not married to, but she has babies by. Y'all, I got caught up in that Tammy stuff and I then forgot what I was gonna say. But anyhow, this young girl, pretty chocolate girl, beautiful features and a very so far calm, likable personality. I don't know anything about this girl. I'm just taking them from what I see here on this show because I don't know them outside the show. Again, I'm not a basketball fan, so I don't really follow whose baby mama did what and all this crap. But anywho, Shani sits down with her, and basically this girl tells her sob story. You know, I'm not a side chick. I actually had a baby by this man. He gets with this Izzy, or whoever this other broad is, y'all. I'm so sorry, I don't know everybody. But she says, then he's with her, he comes back to me, we have another baby, and she goes on to tell Shawnee that basically what I get from this girl is she just wants everybody to know that she wasn't a side chick, that her and this man had a relationship, and from that relationship there were two babies. And she seems to me that she just wants to clear her name and say that she wasn't a side chick. And from what I get from her, just a little bit of respect, um, and to not be talked about in this negative way that made it seem like that she was a homewrecker when actually it seemed like she was there first. Now, look, y'all, I don't know the whole story, but this is what I'm getting from the story. I'm just taking these bitches as what I see on the show, that they're showing, now. So then it gets to the main event, Shawnee's party. And Everybody else shows up. I think Jackie looked like a goddamn fool as a pimp, child. If she looked like a broke down pimp, y'all, she like a goddamn fool. Did this woman have on damn tennis shoes? Child, she like a damn fool. Now, she also says that every pimp has to have a hoe. So she has this girl come in and, she's supposed to be um Jackie's hoe out. Now that part was funny. Now actually, Tammy shows up next, and I actually think Tammy looks cute in her afro wig and the little get up from the 70s. Hell, maybe she should dress like that on the regular, minus the wig, because she actually looks cute. And then she comes in and chit chats with Jackie and Jackie's hoe. Then the next one that comes in is Shawnee. Shawnee looks kind of cute too. She's dressed for the occasion, and she's nervous because she knows this has the potential to go to left real quick because Tammy thinks she's bad, and she knows Evelyn is not one in the past to be played with. And finally, it's Evelyn. She comes in, she greets Shawnee, and she goes to hug Tammy, but Tammy is not having it. She says that Evelyn is being a fake bitch. Evelyn wants everybody to think that she's changed, but ain't shit changed about her but the date. And she's not feeling it. Now, y'all, from this point on, I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on what I see is going on. Basically, like I said a little earlier, I think that Tammy is butt hurt from what happened years ago. When Evelyn called her a non-motherfucking factor, that stuck in Tammy's craw. The fact that she is moving in a circle that one of Kenny's past women is in, namely Evelyn, it is bothering Tammy, and it's bothering Tammy to her core. Now, in my opinion, seems like to me Evelyn has moved on. Whatever happened in the past, Evelyn seems to me to have put it in the past. She knows, though, that Tammy has not. And mark my words, y'all, that gives Evelyn some sense of satisfaction knowing that she's ruffling Tammy's feathers. Now, on Tammy's part, that's the part I don't get. You'll never let another bitch know that she got you shook. And the way that Tammy's acting, I wouldn't give Evelyn the satisfaction. Say that you were upset about what happened in the past. Do it in such a way where you don't come off looking bitter, because in this last scene of the episode, Tammy comes off looking like a woman that can't let it go. Y'all got to remember the time frame that they're talking about when Evelyn actually did mess around with Kenny was 20 years ago, y'all. Not the last 7, 3, 10. No, this was 20 years ago. 20 years ago. So it got rehashed when they were all on the other, show. It got brought up because they were all on the show together. But this is not this relationship that Kenny and Evelyn were supposed to have had. This was not something that was recent. So I wanted Tammy to play it off. Don't give Evelyn the satisfaction. But she didn't. So, first of all, let's go through the whole thing with Evelyn and Jackie. Jackie just basically, from what she said, because it seemed like Jackie kind of backpedaled a little bit once Evelyn got there. Jackie went up to her and basically said, "I understand that you donated to my daughter Takari's GoFundMe," and she wanted to know, did Evelyn do it from her heart? Or did Evelyn do it in such a way that I just wanted to show that you were an unfit mother? Which, y'all, from what her daughter said and what we saw in the very, very early shows, from out of their own mouths, Jackie and her other daughter, Chantel, there are problems between Jackie and that daughter. And, from all the stories that have come out, Jackie didn't raise that other daughter. So, you know, this whole thing about Evelyn sticking her nose in, I truly believe, like I said earlier, that Evelyn did it out the kindness of her heart. Jackie's standing up here lying, talking about she's always taking care of her. Financially, yes, but from what the girl said, Jackie didn't raise her. So once Jackie, got from Evelyn that this is strictly from the kindness of my heart. I didn't mean it to be, you know, done in for something malicious or anything. I just saw that your daughter put it out there. I wanted to give to her. I've done this to other people. No big thing. It was over. They, kind of hugged it out. And then back to this Tammy stuff. Y'all, they're gonna make a big story out of this, and Tammy is gonna, be bubbling like I guess a pot on a stove, ready to pop off on Evelyn. But you know what, y'all? When Evelyn got up and walked away, that showed who the bigger person was, because Tammy was trying to get Evelyn to escalate, and it seemed like to me Evelyn was like, you know what? I'm not taking this bait. I'm really over this. And to show you that Evelyn was over it, because if she wasn't, she would have popped off too. And then they would have been going at it. But when you have moved on from something and the other person is trying to keep nudging at you to get you to go back to that place so y'all can fight it out or argue it out, and then you get up and walk away, it makes the other person look stupid. So to me, Tammy sitting up there with all that anger, and Evelyn said, "You know what? I'm not even for this. Let me get my person, get on up out of here. If this girl want to argue, she be sitting here arguing by herself." So it made Tammy look stupid. Then she comes to meet what's her name, Shawnee, the next day, and to show you that the shit is bothering her, she goes and digs up the interview that Evelyn did. And in it, you don't hear Evelyn saying anything negative about her. She starts the interview off, and if you guys don't believe me, go back and re-watch it, because I had to rewind it to hear again exactly what Evelyn said. Evelyn says, "I don't want to talk negatively." Basically, the girl said, "We don't fuck with each other no more. I don't, want to be around her, blah, blah, blah." She didn't say Tammy was a bitch. She didn't say Tammy was crazy. She didn't say nothing negative. She talked about what she didn't want to do. And all I get from it is she just didn't want to be friends with her. Is Tammy mad because Evelyn said, "Well, I don't fuck with her and I don't want to be friends with her"? My God, y'all. Look, these women are my age. Few, well, they're a few years younger than me. We don't be acting all like this, y'all. If a bitch don't want to be friends with me, then child, what the hell? Go on then. I'm not about to be sitting somewhere whining, going and pulling up videos and this what she said about me. That shit's so stupid. It's so stupid. I think women my daughter's age go back and forth with this. And my daughter just turned 22 in December. You know? And I don't even think her and her friends are still doing this. But y'all get what I'm saying? Damn, Tammy. Don't give Evelyn the satisfaction of knowing that the shit that she said shook your world. I remember, y'all, I just thought about something as I was saying that. Didn't Evelyn have some goddamn t-shirt saying that Tammy was a non-motherfucker factor, or the t-shirt said that? I think I want one now that I think about it. But y'all, that's pretty much the episode. We gonna see a lot of shit happen. Brandy and Malaysia are back on there. So, it's gonna be all this stuff with them and how, nobody's speaking to Brandy. Y'all, it's just gonna be playtime and basketball wives. That's all it is. But you know what? I'm gonna watch it until I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna try to review it. And that's that, y'all. All in all, the episode was okay. Basically, this was the introduction to them coming back. So, they had to get everybody placed so you'll know what the drama is going to be and which direction they're going. And that's what this episode pretty much was. And with that, everyone, thank you for watching the video or listening to the video. And reason why I'm not on screen, y'all, I just had surgery. Thursday? So last few days I have been in, when I tell y'all I have been in a lot of pain, child, whoo Lord, I didn't know this shit was gonna hurt this bad, y'all. I didn't know. Nobody told me. But this is the first day that I have felt kinda normal because the last few days have been from one pain pill to another. But I'm gonna do a video eventually about that. I got footage and all that stuff. I just haven't had the energy to put it all together, but I'm working on it, y'all. Y'all have a good afternoon, and thank you for taking the time to listen to my video. Bye-bye now.